You feel lost. Not sad exactly, not broken, just lost. Like everyone around you was handed a map, and somewhere along the way, you lost yours. Maybe your life looks fine from the outside. A job, a routine, people who care about you. But inside, quietly, you're not sure where you're going anymore or why. And you can't quite say it out loud because nothing is really wrong. You just feel like you're wandering, going through the days without a direction that feels like yours. So tonight, I'm not going to hand you a 5-year plan. I'm just going to sit here with you in the fog for a while and gently show you the way through. This one's for you. You know this feeling. You wake up and the day just happens to you. You do the things you're supposed to do, but a small voice keeps asking, is this it? Is this where I'm meant to be? You look at other people and they seem so sure. They know what they want. They're building something. And you're standing still, wondering how everyone got so far ahead while you weren't looking. And it's strange, because a few years ago you thought that by now you'd have it all figured out, that being an adult would come with a certainty that somehow never arrived. Everyone is just improvising, but almost no one says so out loud. Maybe you had a plan once, a picture of who you'd be by now, and the older you get, the further away that picture drifts, until you're not even sure it was ever really yours. So you feel behind, like you missed a turn everyone else caught. Like there's a version of your life you were supposed to be living, and you can't find the door to it. And it's lonely, this feeling, because from the outside, you look fine. So you smile, you answer, I'm good, and you carry the quiet lostness home with you, alone. And the strangest part is how quiet it is. There's no crisis, no single bad day to point to, just a slow, gray sense that you've drifted off your path, and you can't even remember where you stepped off it. Some nights, it's heavier. You lie awake, and the questions come, what am I doing? Where is this going? What if I never figure it out? And I want you to know, before we go any further, there is nothing wrong with you for feeling this. You are not failing. You are not broken. You are just between things. Between the person you were and the person you're becoming, there is always a gap, a quiet, disorienting in between. And feeling lost is simply what it feels like to be standing inside that gap. So let's not try to fix it in a panic. Let's understand it first, because this feeling, as uncomfortable as it is quietly trying to tell you something. Let me show you what being lost actually means, because it is not what you think it is. Here is the first thing I want you to feel tonight. Feeling lost is not a sign that something is wrong with you. It's a sign that you have outgrown the map you were using. Think about it. You don't feel lost on a road you've walked 100 times. You feel lost when you've stepped somewhere new, somewhere your old directions don't reach anymore. A child feels this every few years, and we simply call it growing up. But somehow we expect ourselves, as adults, to reach one final place and stay there forever. We were never meant to. You are allowed to keep outgrowing your own life. So being lost isn't proof you went wrong. It's proof you've grown. The person you used to be built a map for a life you have quietly moved past. You are not lost, really. You are between maps, in the space between who you used to be and who you are slowly becoming. And that space is uncomfortable, yes. It's foggy, you can't see far, but it is not a dead end. It's a doorway. Every new chapter of a life begins in exactly this kind of fog. The people you admire most have all stood exactly here, in a fog with no map, unsure and afraid, certain they were the only one falling behind. They weren't broken either. They just kept taking the next small step until the fog began to thin. So here's the shift. You don't need to find your whole path tonight. You couldn't, even if you tried. You only need to find the next honest step. That's all fog ever asks of you. Let me walk you through how. Gently, one step at a time. 4 small steps back to yourself. The first step is the one that feels the most backwards. Before you try to find your way out, let yourself be lost. I know, every part of you wants to fix this fast, to have an answer by Monday, to make the uncomfortable feeling go away as quickly as it came. But a feeling is not an emergency. It only feels like one because it's uncomfortable, and we've been taught to run from anything that aches. Sitting still with a hard feeling is a skill, and it's the very one this moment is asking you to learn. But when you panic and grab the first path just to feel less lost, you often choose out of fear, not truth. And a direction chosen in fear rarely leads somewhere that feels like home. So give yourself permission to not know yet. To say out loud if it helps, I don't know where I'm going right now, and that is allowed, because not knowing isn't the same as failing. A field lying quiet in winter isn't broken. It's resting, gathering, getting ready for something it can't show you yet. Everything alive has seasons like this. The tree in winter looks dead, but under the still ground, its roots are quietly reaching deeper. What looks like nothing happening is often the most important work. You just can't see it from the surface. You are allowed a season like that, a season of not having the answer, of just being here, in the middle, without rushing to the end. And notice how the fear talks to you. You're wasting time. Everyone's ahead. Hurry. That voice feels urgent, but urgency is not the same as wisdom. The truest answers rarely come when you're gripping for them. They come quietly, later, once you've stopped squeezing your hand so tight. So tonight, you don't have to solve anything. Just unclench a little. Put the big questions down, only for now. They will still be there tomorrow, but you'll meet them with a steadier heart. So this first step isn't about finding anything. It's about stopping the panic, sitting down in the fog and letting your breathing slow. You cannot read a compass with shaking hands. Let yourself be lost for a moment. Strangely, that is where finding your way begins. The second step. Once the panic softens, shrink your world down to something you can actually hold, down to right now. When you feel lost, your mind loves to stand at the edge of your whole life and demand the entire map at once. What is my purpose? What am I doing with the next 10 years? No wonder you feel overwhelmed. That's like standing in thick fog and being furious you can't see the mountain in the distance. Of course you can't. No one can. Purpose, direction, the meaning of it all, those are the far mountains. You reach them by walking, not by staring. And you can't walk toward a mountain when you're too frozen with fear to take even one step. But look down. Right at your feet, you can see the next meter of ground. And that is all you ever need to take one step. The fog only clears the ground you're standing on. So stop asking, what should I do with my life? Tonight, it's too big a question, and it only makes the fog feel thicker. Ask something smaller instead. Ask, what would make tomorrow a little better? What is one kind thing I can do for myself today? What is the next small task in front of me? And can I just do that? Make your bed. Take the walk. Finish the one thing. These are not small and pointless. When you're lost, tending to the next small thing is how you keep your feet under you. These small acts do something quiet and important. They remind you that you can still affect your own life, that you're not just being carried along by the days, that your hands can still shape something, however small. Because a life doesn't get rebuilt in one big dramatic decision. It gets rebuilt in ordinary days, done with a little more care, one steady day at a time. And there's a quiet magic in this. When you stop staring into the far distance and start tending to right now, the fear gets smaller. You can handle right now. Right now is always doable. You don't have to carry your whole future tonight. You only have to carry today. Set the rest down. It's too heavy, and it isn't even due yet. The future you're so afraid of isn't one giant thing you have to face tonight. It arrives the same way everything does, one ordinary day at a time. And you already know how to live one single day. Shrink the world to right now. It's not giving up on the big picture. It's how you survive the fog long enough for the big picture to arrive. The third step is my favorite. Once you're steady and living in the small, start to follow the little pulls. Here's the truth no one tells you when you feel lost. You are not actually without a compass. It's just very quiet, and you've been too panicked to hear it. Your compass speaks in small ways. A flicker of curiosity, a conversation that made you lose track of time, a thing you keep coming back to, even though it isn't useful or impressive. Think back to before you learned to be practical. What did you love as a child before anyone asked what it was good for? Those early joys are not silly. They are some of the clearest signals you were ever given about who you really are. Notice what you lean toward when no one is watching, what you read about for no reason, what you do on a free afternoon if you weren't trying to be productive. Notice, too, what you envy, gently, the people whose lives make something ache in you. That ache isn't just longing, it's a signpost. It points at something you want but haven't let yourself reach for. And notice what makes you feel most like yourself. Not the most successful, not the most admired, the most you. That feeling is the truest compass reading you have. These poles will feel too small to matter, too silly to build a life on. That's exactly why you keep ignoring them. But follow one anyway, just to see. You're not looking for the one big answer here. You're just gathering clues. Each little pull you follow tells you a bit more, warmer or colder, about the direction that is truly yours. It's a game of warmer and colder, played gently. You don't have to know where a curiosity leads. You just have to take it seriously enough to follow it a little way. Direction is found by walking, not by staring at a map. Because purpose isn't a bolt of lightning that strikes one perfect day and tells you exactly who to be. It's more like a scent on the wind. Faint. You follow it and it gets stronger. One small pull leads to another. The book leads to a class. The class leads to a person. The person leads to a door you could not have seen from where you started. No one sees the whole staircase when they begin. They see one step, they take it, and only then does the next one appear out of the dark. Your path is allowed to reveal itself slowly, exactly like that. You are not as empty as you feel tonight. There are things still alive in you, quiet, waiting. Your only job right now is to stop overlooking them and gently turn toward what glows. Follow the small pulls. They are your compass whispering, and a whisper is still a direction. The fourth step is the one that changes everything, and it's smaller than you think. Take one honest step before you feel ready. Here's the trap so many of us fall into. We wait. We tell ourselves we'll move once we're sure, once the fog clears, once we finally know the whole plan. But it doesn't work that way. Clarity doesn't come first and then movement. It is the other way around. You move, and the moving is what clears the fog. Think of how you learned anything real, walking, speaking, loving, not by understanding it first, but by trying, stumbling, and adjusting. Your way forward is learned the very same way, in motion, not in your head. You cannot think your way out of feeling lost. You can only walk your way out, one small, honest experiment at a time. So take a step, not the perfect step, not the whole staircase, just a real one, tonight or this week. Send the message, sign up for the thing, try the small version of the dream. And here is the part that sets you free. You are allowed to be wrong. A step is not a life sentence. If a path isn't yours, walking a little way down it is exactly how you find that out and turn. A wrong step is not wasted. It quietly crosses one road off your map and points you toward the next. Even a closed door tells you which way to keep looking. So much of feeling lost is really just the fear of choosing wrong. But there are far fewer truly wrong choices than you think. Most steps, taken honestly, teach you something, and a life is built from exactly that kind of learning. So you don't need to be certain. You just need to be curious enough to take the next honest step, and humble enough to change course if it isn't right. Movement is how you talk to your own life. You take a step, life answers, and slowly, through the answers, you learn where you are really trying to go. You will not think your way to clarity tonight, but you can take one honest step, and tomorrow, one more. That is how every lost person who ever found their way actually found it. You don't owe anyone a finished map. You only owe yourself the honesty to take the next real step, and the patience to let the rest become clear in its own time. One honest step. That is the whole secret, and you already have everything you need to take it. So let's come back to where we started. You, standing in the fog, feeling like everyone has a map but you. But look at what you know now. The fog doesn't lift all at once. It was never going to. It lifts one step at a time, and only for the person who keeps walking. You were never actually lost. You were between maps, in the tender, foggy space where an old life ends and a truer one quietly begins. One day, maybe not far from now, you will look back at this foggy chapter and finally understand it. You'll see that you weren't falling apart. You were quietly turning into someone who could hold the life that was coming. You don't need the whole path tonight. You never did. You just need to stop panicking, tend to right now, follow the small pulls, and take one honest step, and then the next. And slowly, more slowly than you'd like, but surely the ground under your feet becomes a path. Not because the fog vanished, but because you kept choosing to move through it. So be patient with yourself in this in-between. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are becoming. And becoming has always looked, from the inside, a lot like being lost. Some of the most alive, most certain people you know were once exactly where you are tonight. The fog didn't skip them. They just didn't let it convince them to stop. And it doesn't get to convince you either. The direction you're looking for isn't hiding somewhere far away. It's forming under your feet, one honest step at a time. Just keep walking. The path is being made by your walking. You are closer to your way than you feel tonight. Trust that, and take the next small step toward it. If this sat with you gently tonight, if it made the fog feel a little less frightening, then stay with me a while. Subscribe, and I'll be here again next week with another quiet reflection. And if, while you find your way, you'd like a small, steady thing to do each day, a little English, one gentle step at a time, our 1000 Chunk series is a calm place to keep walking, one small phrase at a time. For now, let this be enough. You don't have to have it all figured out tonight. You only have to be a little kinder to the version of you still finding the way. That is more than enough. be gentle with yourself. I'll be here, in our quiet corner, whenever you need to come back. Take care.